All right, guys, we just got finished up with stage one, Toledo Bend. We'll show you a little bit of footage of it. You know, all in all, a great week. Finished inside the money cut, good points for me, and, you know, a pretty decent way to start the year. But we'll talk a little bit about, you know, maybe what I learned this week that can maybe help you as an angler. You know, this year going forward with YouTube videos, I really feel like, you know, each tournament I really learned something. Each event I learned something, and I feel like if I can, you know, help share what I learned during these events, maybe it can help somebody catch a few more bass. So we're gonna start a little series, you know, about what I learned at each one of these events. You know, this week it wasn't about learning a new technique. It wasn't about learning something that fish were doing. It was simply trusting my instincts. Going into this event, you know, into January, beginning of February, my instincts are telling me these fish are still gonna be out. So I start practice that way. I'm using my forward-facing sonar. I'm looking for those fish over creek channels, river channels, you know, deep points, things like that. And I'm finding fish. But a little more context, we'd had some rain. East Texas, you know, West Louisiana had a lot of rain, and that Toledo Bend had came up just a hair, and the back of the creeks were dirty. So my, you know, other side of my brain is telling me to go fish some of that muddy water, because there's always going to be a few fish move up with that stuff. And so I'm battling that in practice. You know, I've spent some of my time doing what I really, my instincts are telling me is the deal, and I'm getting results with that. But I'm still going back and checking this shallow water stuff. And I had a few results for that, but it definitely wasn't where the population was. So fast forward to the tournament, have a decent tournament. You'll make, you know, a lot of fish moved during the tournament, so I made do with what I had, what I found in practice, and I got to check. Most of the time, be like, hey, that's a win-win. We got out of there. But I watched the live show, all the winners doing exactly what I was doing. Same baits, same way. I had all that dialed in. I just didn't have the right areas. So I felt like this was a tournament that kind of slipped away from me, in a sense that if I had spent maybe a little more time searching out other areas, and just kind of kept my head down and continually followed my instincts and searched it out, and maybe I would have found some areas that had that winning top quality in them. So what my takeaway this week is, you know, all in all, a great week, but as tournament anglers, we always have to look at the situation and say, what could have we done better? For me this week, it wasn't, man, I should have changed colors, or I should have changed weight. It wasn't that. I didn't struggle there. I should have went with what I knew, you know, in my gut, what I knew was going to happen, and just believed in it, had faith. And if I'd spent, you know, a couple more hours in practice every day doing what I should have been doing, I feel like we would have had definitely a chance to make that top 10. So that's what I learned. Hope it helps you, and we'll see you at stage 2.